We want to help children relate a given number to other numbers, specifically 5 and 10, to support thinking about relationships with various combinations of numbers. For example, 8 as 5 and 3 more, and as 2 away from 10. You can use 5 frame and 10 frame. The 5 frame is 1 by 5 array, and then the 10 frame is simply 2 by 5 array, both positioned horizontally, in which counters or dots are placed to illustrate numbers. Focusing on quantity in terms of its parts, decomposing numbers has important implications for developing number sense. Part-whole activities focus on a single number for the entire activity. For example, a pair of children might work on breaking apart or building the number 7 throughout the activity. They can either build, compose the designated quantity into 2 or more parts, or else they start with the full amount and separate it into 2 or more parts, decomposing. This situation is known as both addends unknown. Graders should know that 10 can be thought of a bundle of 10 ones called a 10. The difficulty in children discussing 1, 10, and 6 ones does not mean that a set of 10 should not be figured prominently in a discussion of the teen numbers. In some language, the teens are actually stated as 10 and 1, 10 and 2, and 10 and 3, such as Lakota. Use a simple two-part mat and a story that links to whatever counters you are using. Then have children count out 10 coffee stirrers onto the left side of the mat. Next, have them put 5 stirrers on the other side. Together, count all the stirrers by ones. 10 and 5 equals 15. Turn around, 5 and 10 equals 15. One of the best ways for children to think of real quantities is to associate numbers with measuring of things. Measure of length, weight, time are good places to begin. Tell how long the desk is, or how heavy a book is. It is important if they can first write down or tell you the estimate. For example, suppose that you have cut out a very large set of footprints. You would ask, about how many of these giant footprints will it take to measure the rug or the reading corner? Will the rug be more or less than 10 footprints long? Will the apple weigh more or less than 20 blocks? Will the rug be closer to 5 feet or closer to 20 feet long? Will the apple weigh closer to 10 blocks or 30 blocks? About how many footprints long is the rug? About how many blocks will the apple weigh? What do you think of when I say $9, 9 hours, 9 cars, 9 kids, 9 meters, 9 o'clock, 9 handspans, or 9 gallons? Could a house be 15 feet wide? Can a man jump 15 feet high? Could 3 children together stretch their arms 15 feet? Graphing activities are good ways to connect children's worlds with numbers and relationships. Crafts can be made by gathering children's favorites such as ice cream, sports, flavors, or use of children's literature, such as "This is the way we go to school." Make a graph of the way children come to school. End of each chapter. Now there will be common errors and misconceptions. For example, the concept child does not understand cardinality principle, what it looks like. When asked how many, the child recounts all the objects and points to the last object counted. How to help? Provide lots of counting opportunities, followed up by asking how many. When counting collections together, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 5 pencils. Not know counting sequence. They might be skipping numbers. You can practice counting together out loud, forward and backwards. Counts without using one-to-one correspondence. Child does not attach a number word to each object. Make a plan for counting. Arrange objects in rows. Count objects from left to right. The child does not count down. The child counts out one set of numbers, and then when giving another set, starts all the way back at 1. After a child counts one set and states how many, cover the collection with a sheet of paper or put the collection in a cup. The idea is to remove the object from sight, forcing the child to create a mental image of the object. The child has difficulty counting the teen numbers or decade numbers. The child may say 1 teen, 2 teen, and so on. Play numerous games with counting or counting children lined up to leave the room. Child writes numerals backwards or reverses the digits. The child hears 19 and writes 91. Use a vertical number line to show the pattern in writing the teen numbers. Child is not sure of the magnitude of the numbers 1 through 20. Child is unsure or incorrect when asked to show which number is greater. Use walk on the number line to have students count the number of units. Place down cardstock placed on the length as the unit from the start or 0 on the number line. Show how the lengths of the two rows of the units compare.